Michael, you came.
Do you think I wouldn't?
After last night, I wasn't sure what to expect.
How are you holding up? Morgan, why didn't you come home last night? I was so worried about you. Look, I know that you were upset about Michael,
This
but
has nothing to do with Michael. It's about my father.
After they found a murder weapon with my fingerprints on it, I didn't know what to expect.
I said I'd stand by you.
Michael, I obviously killed Connie. Even if I was too stinking drunk to remember it. Some father you have, huh? I want you to know that I wouldn't blame you if you couldn't stand by a murder.
Knock, knock.
I'm not going anywhere, Dad.
I can't tell you how much that means to me.
Look, I'm not going to be the only one here supporting you either.
Well, you're the only one here now.
Look, Diane's on her way. Grandmother's leaving her medical conference early. She's getting the first flight out of Buenos Aires.
God, Mom has to fly home for yet another disaster. Courtesy of yours truly.
The point is, you're going to have people here for you, okay? People who care about you.
Yeah, just not Elizabeth.
It's awful.
I know you said something to Elizabeth. It was about Jake.
I was at the Floating Rib, and I was falling off the wagon hard. She was trying to help me, but she was getting in the way of my drinking, so I decided that I found the perfect way to get rid of her. I threw her dead child in her face. I basically said that it was her fault, that she was a bad mother because she let her child die. What kind of piece of scum says something like that? I mean, to anybody, let alone the woman that he cares about. Yeah, I'll tell you who does it. The same person that would kill somebody for writing an article that he didn't like. Which is why I've decided, Michael, that I'm gonna plead guilty.
Sonny's going through a rough...
I went to go see my dad, but he wasn't there. He was missing.
What do you mean? Where did he...
I don't know. That's why they call it missing. I'm sorry. I'm fried. Olivia and I spent the whole night looking for him, and Dante, too.
So he just took off and nobody knows where he went? He didn't tell anyone where he was going?
No, he left a note, and Olivia found it, but it didn't sound good.
What do you mean?
It said goodbye. Like he didn't want to go on living anymore.
Maybe that's not what he meant.
No. You don't know my dad. He's got a mental illness. He's bipolar, which means he can be manic, or he can be really, really depressed. I mean, he takes medication for it, but, you know, dealing with something like Connie's death, I don't know. I'm scared.
Hey. I'm so sorry. Why didn't you call me?
Because you had other things on your mind.
Okay, yeah. I was worried about Michael and AJ, but you are my husband, okay? You come first. I'm here for you no matter what.
AJ, Dad, but you cannot plead guilty. Be taking away all of your options.
Listen to Michael, AJ. He is particularly well-versed in this aspect of criminal law.
Diane, thank God. Maybe you can talk some sense into it.
This is my decision. I've made up my mind.
Oh, really? When were you planning on informing your attorney? We've been over this, AJ. You plead guilty, you tie my hands. You plead not guilty, and I can work my magic. Worst case scenario, we plead you down, a lesser charge, a lighter sentence. Best case scenario, outright acquittal.
After what I did.
Unless you remember something, you still don't even know what you did.
The guilt, the remorse, whatever you may feel, that is for you to take up with your shrink or your minister. But this is a court of law. And you pleading guilty to first-degree murder leads you down one road. That's spending the rest of your life in prison.
And trust me, AJ, you don't want to spend 6 months in Pentonville, let alone the rest of your life.
Listen to me. I'm so sorry. You know, I got that second chance. I wanted to prove myself at ELQ to you. I wanted to be that father that you deserve, and I failed.
Failing isn't falling down. Failing is refusing to get back up. Look, whatever happened that night during your blackout, that was you falling down. But this is your chance to stand up. Look, listen to Diane. Let her fight for you.
Michael, it's not going to work. Look, that good man that I wanted to be, it means nothing, not to you and not to Elizabeth. Man, I tried so hard with her, and I ruined everything. I blew it, and she's done with me. But you get it, she gave me a second chance, and I threw it away. And she knows who I am now. I'm a person that could kill someone.
Oh, please, would you stop wallowing? This is totally counterproductive. We haven't even begun to fight.
Look, it's over. I've got nothing left to fight for. I've lost everything.
Connie's death was a tragic waste. Learn from it. AJ hurts everyone around him. I hope for your sake it was a clean break. Hello?
Elizabeth, it's Michael. This is an emergency. I need your help.
On.
I'm at the courthouse. AJ's about to plead guilty against his lawyer's advice.
He is?
Look, a guilty plea means he goes to prison. Diane won't have any leverage to bargain some kind of a reduced sentence. It's a murder. He's gonna get life.
It's very sad.
And look, I know things are bad between you two right now. And you're hurting and you have every right to, but if you could please come to the courthouse today, now, you might help AJ change his mind about his plea.
Why?
Well, because he feels like he's lost everything right now, and that he deserves this, and you're part of that reason. Because of how he hurt you with what he said about Jake. And it was horrible, I know.
Do you?
Look, I'm not asking you to stand by AJ's side or forgive him for what he did. If you can come to the courthouse, you might stop AJ from throwing away what's left of his life.
When the judge asks, are you sending yourself to prison?
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Powers presiding.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's first on our agenda today?
Alan James Quartermain Jr., Your Honor. The charge, murder in the first degree.
Mr. Quartermain, to the charge of murder, how do you plead?
How could you? What?
Dante, is there any word from Dad?
No, I just heard from Sean, though. I sent him to Bensonhurst to take a look there. I figured Sonny might have gone back there to the place that he and Connie first met, but he wasn't there.
Okay, where the hell is he? Because Olivia and I looked everywhere. The coffee house, the restaurant, he's not there.
All right, take it easy. Sean's back. He and Max are combing the city. I called Christina, left her a message, but I haven't heard back from her.
She texted me this morning. She hasn't heard from Dad.
Okay.
I'm so glad you guys are here. This is a family matter. We all got to put our heads together.
Yeah, you're right. We got to call Michael.
What? No.
Mr. Quartermain.
2 words, AJ. Not guilty.
What's it going to be, Mr. Quartermain? How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
AJ, look. Elizabeth.
Mr. Quartermain, the court is waiting. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Ms. Miller, is there a plea in our future?
Absolutely, Your Honor. AJ, you have to enter a plea. You know what to say.
Your Honor, I plead not guilty.
Right. Well, now that my client has entered his plea, may we please move to the issue of bail?
Your Honor, bond in this case would be unthinkable. Mr. Quartermain has fled the country on a previous indictment and had the resources to disappear for years. Who's to say he won't do the same thing this time?
I'm inclined to agree with you, Mr. Lazaro. Bail is denied. Mr. Quartermain will be held in custody at the PCPD while he awaits trial.
Your Honor.
We'll take a short break before the next case.
All rise.
Right. Well, I'm sorry about your bail, but at least you listened to reason.
Well, it sucks you have to spend the night in lockup, but at least the chance won't be for too long.
Why would we call Michael? He's busy with AJ, the guy that killed Connie, remember?
Well, let's not hold Michael responsible for something AJ did.
All I'm saying is that if Michael wants to go down to the PCPD and hold AJ's hand, then let him.
Morgan, the most important thing is to find your dad. Michael might have some idea.
What is Michael gonna do to help find Dad that we can't?
Well, actually, for starters, Michael knows Sonny better than we do. I'm sorry, but it's a fact. Michael grew up in this house. There might be some place that he and Sonny used to hang out, some spot that has some kind of significance to them that we don't know about.
Morgan, honey, I know there's a little tension between you and Michael right now, but you got to focus on what's important. Sonny could be in real trouble, okay? You got to put the whole thing in some kind of perspective here. You got to remember how much you love Sonny, how much you need him here with you. Honey, I would give anything for 2 more seconds with Connie. Just to talk, just to have coffee, maybe even have a fight. But I'm never going to get to do that. Never. And it breaks my heart. I never want you to have to feel that way about your father, okay?
Morgan, what's going on?
Can you come over to Dad's? We need you.
All right, I have to go. All right, I'll come see you as soon as they let me. But in the meantime, follow Diane's instructions. Don't talk about the case to anyone but her, okay? Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't do this. Goodbye.
Michael, you don't think Dad is...
When Dad gets like this, it's pretty bad.
That's what my gut is telling me, too.
Okay, come here. Look, think about everything Sonny has been through, okay? Look, Ma, he understands loss, okay? And he can deal with pain. No matter how bad it is, he's not going to knuckle under, okay? I promise you, we will find him.
I wish I could believe that.
I'm sorry I had to pull you away from AJ.
No, look, I'm glad you called. Look, we got to put everything that's going on between us aside now. We have to pull together for Dad's sake.
Good. You're just...
I'm wanted as victims. I can tell the court what you need to hear. Truth hurts, doesn't it? It's my baby.
I don't care what arrangement
that kid is done. My responsibility.
The longer that Sonny's left on his own, the bigger the chance he's gonna do something terrible to himself.
I'm gonna be with you now, son.